In the fight against COVID-19, testing offers another layer of protection in addition to vaccines. Go to vdh.virginia.gov and search by zip code to find a free COVID-19 test near you. A message from your Virginia Department of Health.
Looking for a foundation that can multitask as well as you? Maybelline's Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation is it. What does it do? More like, what doesn't it do? It's oil-free and non-comedogenic, so it won't ever clog your pores. It controls shine for a full 12 hours. It refines your pores so your skin looks smooth and perfected. It's lightweight and breathable, so your skin will never feel heavy or cakey. And it comes in 40 shades. 97% of women found their perfect shade. It's obvious why Fit Me Matte and Poreless is America's #1 foundation. Buy yours now in a bottle or pouch at Amazon.com.
Hello and welcome to jasonnewland.com. Welcome to Jason Newland. My name is Jason Newland. Yeah, that's it. Welcome, rather, to Let Me Bore You to Sleep. And my name's Jason Newland. Please only Jason Newland. No, but please only listen. That's it. Listen now, very intensely. Not only listen when you can safely close your eyes. So, you know, I hope that's self-explanatory. So if you're about to land a space shuttle, then maybe don't listen to this. Or if you're about to do open heart surgery on someone, maybe turn this off. Possibly. Or if you're in the middle of a rugby match and you're on the field, then yeah, maybe don't listen to this then. Maybe afterwards or before, maybe not before, but you know, not during. Yeah, even if you're flying a kite, by kite I mean, you know, thing in the sky. I don't know if people do them anymore, do they? I used to love a nice kite flying. But it's weird though, because it's almost like one of those enjoy. Dear. Oh, I got a cough. It's one of those, like a laughy cough. It's an enjoyable thing to do, yet completely pointless. Flying a kite. Yeah, I got this bit of plastic. Look at it, it's in the sky, look. Yeah, but it's attached to some string. Yeah. No, but there's some like bits of you know, things to make it into like a triangle, like these bits of wood, not wood, but tubular long stuff, like bamboo stick kind of things, and it basically, it's made it, instead of just being floppy like a bit of plastic, it's actually making it flat. Yeah, but it's in the sky. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can see it's in the sky. But look, no, I can see. But the wind's keeping it up. Okay. So, I suppose it is a bit pointless, really, isn't it? Yeah. But I was having so much fun. Oh, wow. Your negativity really has ruined everything. Well, Glad to be of assistance. Flying kites is fun. I'm sure it's been a long time since I flew a kite. It's not really something you do when you're an adult. I suppose, well, unless of course it is something you do, then it is. But I think kites, you get to relive, if you've got kids, you get to relive some of those enjoyable moments by taking your kids along and making them partake in an activity that they've got no interest in, just so you can have fun. Oh, that sounds a bit negative. Oh, no, it's just natural, isn't it? Oh. I mean, I would like to point out to a lot of parents, if there's any parents listening, any fathers out there listening, it may surprise you, but your young children, okay, you listening, fathers, daddies out there, may surprise you, but your young children may not be quite as interested in that air show as you are. They might not be that interested in watching planes go by as you might be. Just letting you know. Continue taking your kids to things like castles. They might not be that interested. Oh, an old building that's half only half built. You know, it's no, but it used to be a castle. Listen, look, son, it used to be a car. Well, it still is a castle, but it used to have a roof, and people used to live in there and then get the plague, and it was great. Oh, that's interesting. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for bringing us to this castle, this old ruined building. Thanks. Yeah. Much rather be doing this than being at home playing on the PlayStation or the Xbox. Much rather be doing... No, it's alright, Dad. I'd much rather spend time with you than be having fun. Oh, harsh. A bit harsh. I mean, I think really, if you are an adult, if you want to take your kid out, take your kid out somewhere your kid wants to go. And there's a little secret. I found this. This is a worth gold. This is a piece of gold here. A little nugget of nuggetness. Here's how you find out what your kids like. What you know, do, because it's almost like, oh blimey, it's just how do I find out what my son or daughter is going to enjoy doing? Here's a solution to that. Okay, ready? Ask them. I know, mind blowing, isn't it? Mind blowing. Ask them what they want to do. Oh no, I can't comprehend. But surely they'd be interested in going to the air show, or maybe going to a coal mine or a slate mine in Wales. We can go to Wales and we go to a slate mine where they used to make slates and perhaps get our names engraved in the slates. Or you could ask the child what they would like to do. I spent years on holiday. Now, my family, it wasn't that we didn't have any money, but we just had too many kids. The family was too big. 4 kids, 2 adults, and the occasional grandmother. there was, big house, 2 cars, or 3 cars including the van, and 4 including the camper van. There was no money to go like abroad or anything like that. So we ended up doing UK holidays, which in themselves is fine. Britain or England, Scotland, Wales, all those areas. There's some beautiful parts of this place, And we did go to some nice places. So there's I got no fault with the places we went to. As far as we used to go to Wales. We went to Wales a few times for holidays. If I'd have been asked what slight changes I would have made to the process, if I'd have had a bit more of an input into the planning of that particular holiday, there would have been less people going. It would have just been me going. I'd have left everyone else at home. Definitely would have left my brothers and my dad at home. So but I suppose technically me on my own or me with my stepmum perhaps wouldn't be classed as a family holiday. But I don't think we should get too caught up in labels. We get to Wales, right? We get to Wales, and Wales it's lovely. It really is. It is, and if nothing else, it's funny just to try and pronounce the names on the street signs or the towns, So it's just impossible. No word should have that many L's and Y's in it. It's just so I'm not quite sure how they got to that point. But I like the beach. Beaches were lovely in Wales. Some of the beaches beautiful. And you could literally walk out long distances and you'd still only be up to your knees in water. Now, I think there was quite a bit of ignorance though, because the tide can come in. You can get caught. So you can, and suddenly the water's deep. But we didn't know about stuff like that back then. Or, mind you, I noticed my dad never went out. He always used to send us out. You go there. Go to that little bit of, you see that little bit of that opening. Just go there. Just stand on that sandy bank there. Yeah, maybe sunbathe. It's fine. That's okay. Yeah, I know it's surrounded by water from all different directions and it's really far out, but don't worry, it's okay. We'll call you in when it's dinner time. Like, no, Dad, I'm not going there. I'm not. Going to see a castle. Yippee! I don't think any kid, well, maybe... there's probably some kids, but I can't imagine there's that many children whilst on holiday jump out of their, bed and say, Mummy, Daddy, can we go and visit a castle today? Can we go to an old town and look at some of the Visit a cafe. Probably not. Maybe. Probably not. But maybe. Definitely not. Possibly. But it was brilliant though, I loved it. I mean, how could you not love going to a slate mine and seeing all that slate? Or, all the stuff they used to use to put on top of people's houses and stuff to make roofs. By the way, it's roofs, not roofs. It's roofs. It's R-O-O. It's O, not not roughs. If you say rough instead of roof, give yourself a good talking to. And I will see you in detention. That's my neighbour getting ready to go out. He's going to slam the door in a minute. Can you hear that? Fucking... Did I just swear? 17 minutes past 5 in the morning. Slams the door. Shakes the whole building. It's oblivious to it. And he's a really lovely bloke. Quiet person, talks very quietly, really nice. But he's oblivious to that door slamming. It's almost like he doesn't hear it. It's funny. It's kind of funny. See, I don't let the door slam. So occasionally it does, but generally I don't let it slam, the front door, because they're on hinges, so they slam. Or is he coming in? Is he going to let the door slam again? That's the thing. He goes out, does something in his car, then comes back in, so he lets the door slam like 2 or 3 times. 5 o'clock in the morning. Now 20 years ago, 30 years ago, I'd have been going absolutely spare. Seriously, getting woken up at 5 in the morning by someone slamming the door, I would have lost my mind. Now, I don't care. That's weird, isn't it? It's almost like, it's just one of those. I think maybe it's as I got older, just realise you can't control other people. You just can't. We can't control every aspect of our environment. I can't control the birds singing in the trees. You don't even have that much control over my own bum. So, why am I trying to control other people? How about taking some control over yourself first? Maybe. Don't know. Oh, here's some news. Here's some newsy poosy. I got a message from... blimey. Let me see if I've got the details here. I've had a few messages. I want to say thank you to Hope for your PayPal gift. Really, really helpful. Thank you. Actually helped me pay one of my bills yesterday. So thank you very much. If you do wish to help this free service, please go to paypal.me/Jason Newland, and the link's on my website. Karen, that's it. Karen actually asked me if I would do if I could do a longer recording. Now, 5 hours is the longest I could do, generally, okay. She wanted 6 or 7 hours. Nope. Can he do that? I would if I could, but the podcast limit is 5 hours and 300 megabytes. So the size is limited and the length is limited. So sounds a bit weird. So if the size of the recording, it might be 5 hours long, but if it's 500 megabytes, then I can't upload it. So I had to figure a way of reducing the size, and I did eventually. So the recordings with music, I'm going to do 2. So basically, I will do the first recording, which was without music. There'll be one with 2 hours worth of music, and then one with 5 hours worth of music. So it just gives you the option, because not everybody's going to want to listen for 5 hours. Some people will be listening for a couple of hours in order to maybe have a nap or to just help to relax, because they enjoy just that time. Some people prefer without music, so I personally probably prefer without music, but that's just a preference for me. If I'm listening to someone talking, I don't want to hear music. No, it's different. No, if it's a guided relaxation session, yeah, music is cool. But if it's some like talking, because I watch and listen to let's say motivational stuff on Spotify, and the amount that they have music underneath, really kind of upbeat music, and it annoys me. I just want to hear the person's voice. I don't want to hear any damn music underneath it. But then I'm not trying to go to sleep or relax. I'm just trying to listen to the words that are being spoken directly to me. Anyway, Karen, she sent me a message. I've just gone to click today's podcast and see that the time is longer. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'll let you know if I wake an hour in the morning. You don't have to let me know. If I get past 5 a.m. now, I will know. We were close. If we were close, it's a bit. So cool. Yeah, you don't have to let me know exactly how long you was asleep for or anything, unless you want to. But it does make me feel like a bit of a failure, though, if you tell me that it didn't work. I listened. It's like, I listened to one of your relaxation sessions, the big body scan one you did, and I was really relaxed, but unfortunately my left knee just didn't relax. Sorry you failed, but better luck next time. I mean, the way I work is, I think it's progressive. It's progressive. It's very gentle, very genteel, the way that I do what I do. So, I'm not like, go to sleep. I don't bombard you with stuff. I just chuck a few suggestions, in the hypnosis stuff, that is, not this one. And it's like, just chuck a few suggestions and some ideas, and some visuals and some, it just stuff that you can do or not do. And the accumulation of that, I feel, over time could be useful. That's kind of where I'm coming from on that. So it's if you're listening and you get 3 hours, you're asleep for 3 hours, then maybe tomorrow you'll be asleep for 3 hours and 20 seconds, and it just progresses like that. So in 30 years time, you might be asleep for 5 hours. So it's brilliant, really. It's incremental. Is it incremental? It's a little bit at a time, little bit at a time, and it's so that's what I've done. I mean, I would do much longer recordings if it was a suitable venture, but it's not suitable because I can't do it, because I'm not able to. It doesn't mean that I won't be able to in the future. So there might be a possibility of me releasing some longer ones, but what I might do is make some longer videos for YouTube. So maybe an 8-hour video for YouTube. That might be something that I might do for you in the future. So it's it's something worth thinking about, isn't it? It's something worth discussing, but we'll see. We will see. I'm so in love with you. Oh, guess what, honey plum? Guess what, my darling? Since the beginning of this year, and Tuesday the 8th of June 2021, I have had 1,089,564 downloads or listens to my podcasts. 1,089,564. It's not bad, is it? So I reckon I'll have, by the end of the year, I'm guessing 3 million plus for the year. That's what I'm reckoning. That's what I reckon. I may be right, I may be wrong, it doesn't really matter. Oh, Ben says, thank you for the extra long let me bore you to sleep. Ended up getting into it and now can't sleep. Oh, brilliant. It's like, thanks for doing that. By the way, it failed, but thanks anyway. It was of no use to us, but thanks. That's like 2 now. Yeah, thanks for doing that, but yeah, it didn't do anything for me. It's absolutely pointless, but thanks anyway. It's like, yeah, thanks for taking us on a holiday to Wales and taking us to the slate mine and that old decapitated, partially brick castle that didn't even cover us up during the rain. But thanks for that. Yeah, thanks for wasting 2 weeks of my life. It was great, but thanks. Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna get everyone back. I have revenge. My revenge is by sending people to sleep for more than 10 minutes. I mean, really, I do do other things. I do other podcasts, which are my, sleepy recordings and stuff. So they might be worth looking into. It doesn't have this, it doesn't have me talking to you in this way, but there is it's more, well, it is, it's relaxation, me just talking you through it, guiding you to feeling more relaxed, and to also notice how your mind starts to drift as you listen to me. And so that's the kind of stuff that I would do, or that I do regularly. And I'm going to be doing those also on their own, with no music, then with a 2-hour music, or one which is 2 hours with background music, and one which is 5 hours with background music. Again, giving people the options of what they choose for yourself, because I like the idea of having options, and that's probably, I guess that's why I make so many different recordings and have done for such a long time, because to me, I'd probably get a little bit bored listening to exactly the same recording for too long. And I mean, I had a brilliant relaxation CD or tape back in 2000, it was January 2000. I listened to it every day, and it was brilliant. I wish I still had it, because I'll probably listen to it now. Well, not right now, but it was really, really good. The music was beautiful, and the lady's voice was beautiful, and everything about it was great. Now, maybe that was a little seed under my helmet that I kind of sprouted, the idea of making recordings. But I had an idea of doing it back in probably 99, thinking, maybe I should make a CD, some kind of relaxation recording or pain relief or something like that. And my cousin had, because his dad was in a band, they had loads of recording equipment, and my cousin was a whiz kid on the making music. He was into, I don't know, garage or something like that, and into music. He loved the garage, and he used to like me to play music as well. And he had all this really good setup with microphones and everything. So I did record myself doing probably about 10 minutes of a relaxation session, just off the top of my head. But it was rude. So I wasn't really taking it very seriously, but It was rude. It was me being very rude. And I thought, that was fun. Yes. But with a full bosom, I thought, no, I'm not really my thing. I just thought, nah, I don't know if I could be bothered. I wasn't interested, really. I was a little bit interested, but it would have been, down the line of selling CDs. Where'd you sell them if you can't, other than in the major bookshops, music stores and stuff like that, back in the day when we had them. And it seemed to me that was just a lot of work, so I didn't bother. I mean, there was a period, right? I'm going to open this, so you're going to hear it go tss. Ready? Oh. I must have opened that yesterday. What was I talking about? Must have been something. What was it? I don't know. I don't remember. I think in those days I would have needed some kind of recording contract or publishing deal to be making CDs. Now, of course, do what you want online. I was going to say it doesn't cost anything, but this costs me quite a lot of money to run, but it's because it's of a higher... I'm on a higher level than an average podcast. Oh, it sounds so up my own bum, don't I? By that, what I mean is the cost of running this has gone up over the last couple of years. Not just it's the equipment, but the costs, the various different costs. Because I make quite a few recordings, which means there's a lot of uploading to do, which means I've got unlimited internet on my iPhone and on my iPad. So it's two separate contracts, £30 a month each. That's separate from the broadband, because the broadband is rubbish. Which means when I've done a recording, I can upload it both on the phone and on the iPad. So it takes a lot less time to do it, to upload. And it's a very time-consuming thing. I mean, just for one recording to upload it to the different podcasts can sometimes take an hour and a half. If I do it on just one thing, if I just do it on a phone. So I can half that time by doing it on the iPad at the same time. You see what I mean? And also, when I was doing it on the broadband, it was cutting off, continuously cutting off. So I try and upload, and it wasn't like big files, I mean the highest file is 300 megabytes. That's the biggest file that I can upload. So that's not a big file. There's 1,000 megabytes in a gigabyte, so 300 megabytes. You could say it's quite a high file for a podcast episode. Okay, I suppose, maybe. But it's, good quality. It's a good quality MP3, and the 300 or whatever ones, they're 2 hours long. Well, now going to be 5 hours long, but I figured out how to do it yesterday. I spent hours trying to figure this out, and yeah, hopefully it should work out okay. Should be groovy. I was going to say, there was a time when I moved away from London. In fact, before that, when I got evicted out of my home, well, I was just renting a room in this place, but I got evicted, so I had to get out, and it was just another one of those. I mean, I've been evicted a few times over the years, and it's horrible. It's just horrible. Even if you don't like the place you're living in, it's just okay. I guess being forced to make changes and the expense that comes with it, trying to find somewhere else and finding a deposit and stuff. Now, in this situation, my friend did offer he said, well, do you want to borrow money to get yourself a place? He said, how much you need, $1,000, 1,000 more? And I was like, no, honest. I turned him down. I said, no, it's fine. I had a full-time job, and I was working part-time at the weekends. So I had enough to rent a place. All I was doing was working, really. Working all day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but then working Friday night till 2 or 3, and then working Saturday night till about 2. So the only day I had off was Sunday, and I didn't mind it. I'd love to. Well, love is probably the wrong word, but the weekend thing, I'd love to be doing that now. And living here, if there was a comedy club around the corner, just up the road from where I lived, I mean, I'd be there. I'd love to sort of be the DJ. I don't know, a DJ. I think I'm more at a level of probably wanting to be the manager of the place. Right, just to be around there, standing around in a suit or something, looking smart and smarmy. I think being a DJ, I think it's not even fair. I think on the young women, they don't want some old man like me being in charge of the music. They want some young, fruity, like I used to be, young and fruity, wearing nipple tassels, like most DJs do. You don't realise it, it's underneath the top. But, if you really want to see, when you go to your next disco, it doesn't matter whether it's a disco or radio DJ, whether it's at a wedding, whatever. Every DJ, only men do this, get them to take their top off or pull their top up. Nipple tassels. And they're always in pastel colours, and quite often shaped as little willies. I don't know why. It's just that it is part of the job. This is the hidden stuff that you don't know about. I don't realise it. I mean, I've just told you about it, but it's a trade secret. I remember I went to the job, because if you go for a job as a security guard, now you need to have a license. You need to have first aid training. You need to have self-protection training, conflict resolution. You need to have a license to say that you are competent in certain aspects of, security, whatever that is, whatever it means. And so you have to have that stuff. If you want to get a job on the railways, you need to have certain licenses and proof that you know what you're doing and you understand health and safety, and you know, all that stuff. There was a reason I was saying all this stuff. Now I think I've took it too far when I started talking about working on the railway. What was I talking about before the railway? Being a DJ? Yeah. You need to have that stuff when you go for a job interview. You need to have that information at hand. To become a DJ, all you need to do is just show them your tassels. Quite often it really is, do you have them? And you say, yeah. You pull your top up, and you have to be able to do it. So not only do the tassels swing round one way and then round the other way, but you need to get it so they swing round opposite directions at the same time. And there's a certain skill in that. So that's why DJs always have perfect bosoms, because of all that exercise they get with their tassels, with their nipple tassels. And so that's part of being a DJ. What other things to be a DJ? You have to grow your toenails really long. That's something that's, again, you probably didn't know about this. You have to grow your toenails really long. It's something to do with, well, apparently what it is not only do you have to have your toenails really, you have to take your shoes off and your socks off when you're behind the DJ decks, because there's a certain vibration that enters your nails, your toenails, which allows you to get in touch with the music. So yeah, you have to have very long gangly toenails. What other things did DJs need to have? Oh yeah, you need to have a little a fart flap. So basically what that is like a cat flap, but this is in it's the back of your trousers, and it's always there, nice and loose, but basically you have it. It offers two options. You can have it so it's loose, so the farts can just move, slowly in and out. It can be relieved. But what they do is, when a customer comes to ask you to play a song, what happens is the fart flap seals itself. Because another thing that happens with DJs is when they're near women, they tend to let off a lot of gas. This is part of because DJs are a very special breed of people. They are the chosen ones, in fact. And there's a certain amount of gases which is produced, and that's in reaction to the estrogen in the air, because this is a real thing. Women give off, and I'm sure it's the same with men. Men and women, I'm just going to focus on just one sex. Men and women give off, is it pheromones, isn't it? Basically, and it's in the air, and it's a smell. You can't smell it, although you can maybe. But there's so, you know, if you moan, if you go, oh, that 45-year-old man was chatting me up, and I'm way too young for him. I've got my dad's younger than he is. Don't blame the man. Blame your estrogen. Blame the pheromones. Blame nature, me old pal. It's not his fault. He is reacting to an invisible force that is one of the strongest forces in the world. So he might be almost like a statue, not able to move, because he's just hypnotized by you. But it's not because he wants to be. He doesn't want to be standing there. No middle-aged man wants to be standing there talking to a 22-year-old woman, trying to chat her up and humiliating himself. He's got air shows to get to. He's got slate mines to get to. He's got old castles to visit, or kites to fly. He doesn't want to be wasting his time talking to a beautiful woman. He's got other things that are way more interesting. But he gets caught up in that web of science. This is science. This is like saying, stop breathing. No. You should be able to control. Well, he is controlling. He's not doing anything bad. I mean, yeah, if he was doing what he wants to do, he'd probably get arrested for indecent exposure. But, you know, the fact is, he's affected by science, by nature, by these weird chemicals that are emitted from the younger person. Because I don't emit any kind of I don't have any hormones, I don't think. No, not at my age. I don't have hormones. That'd be so ridiculous. I don't have hormones. You have hormones, I don't. You can keep yours. You can have mine. I'm glad I don't have any hormones anymore. Oh man, that was hard work. Really. I mean, I don't get frustrated anymore. Only time I get frustrated is if the pizza delivery's late. That's it. I don't get frustrated. You know, like, oh, I need a woman. Oh, I need satisfaction. No. I need some sleep. I need another can of Coke. I need to go for a walk. I need a toilet. I don't need. Oh, I don't know if I ever need. Maybe I did, but that's gone. But I was lucky because I never really got attached generally to women. I wasn't one of these. I say lucky. I mean, it was due to my malfunctioning brain, but I was able to be alone, and there's some people can't. I know people, so I'm not judging it, although I do find it funny. Well, funny as in like a bit amusing and confusing. Oh, really? You can't spend time on your own? Why would you? I know people that would rather spend their life with someone they can't even stand being near than being on their own. Now that I will judge, because that is just like, come on, you don't even like this person, yet you're well, I've got an idea, why don't you have another kid? Oh, that would help the relationship. Or we could move house to a bigger house and get a larger mortgage, so we're really stuck with each other for longer. Yeah, it's a good idea. No. Like, why people suppose, like, I had a conversation with someone. Well, sex isn't everything. No, but it is something, though. It's supposed to be one of the benefits of being in a relationship. Not the only benefit. I mean, it is the only benefit when you're young. Well, for a male, sometimes it is the only good thing about a relationship. Unless you're in love, then of course everything's wonderful. Everything. I remember, what was it? Early 90s. Watching the news. It was the first Gulf War. I remember just sitting there with my girlfriend, all loved up, laughing, watching the tanks and on the TV and all the destruction, and just having a wonderful time. We were so in love. You know, it brightens it brightens up the most mundane things. Being in love, like, oh, doesn't it? And I noticed that when I used to kind of fall for someone, I'd laugh more, and I love laughing. I'd laugh. I've seen that. I've seen that in nightclubs. I've seen that where, and it's a theme. I've not really seen men do it. I'm sure they do, but I find just women more interesting, so I observe them more than I do men. I just find men find women more interesting as a species. It's probably because I am kind of a man, but also kind of a woman at the same time. I wouldn't say I'm all man. I'm all man physically, as far as I've got most of the bits you're supposed to have. Unfortunately, mine are in miniature. And apart from my belly, mind you, get rid of the belly, I should be able to add an extra ½ inch, so that should be good. And what did I say? Oh yeah, I say women, possibly like young women in the past, talking to a bloke, a boy, basically girls and boys are very young. I've seen young women talking to someone that they clearly fancy, they're really attracted to, laughing at everything he's saying, and he's not saying one funny thing. And it's amazing to see. I mean, again, estrogen, what is it that men produce? Other than sweat and poo, what is it that they do? whatever, the hormones that men produce, which is exactly the same. It's exactly the same thing. Men produce that stuff that attracts women. Women who does it attracts men, and it's produced naturally. But I would say that the better looking people seem to produce more of it because they have more success. So I think I was given probably an egg cup full of this, and I had to use it very sparingly. It's all used up now, but I used to have to be very sparing. So I'd have those air fresheners that you can stick into the wall and you can have them squirt out every now and then. Well, I was a little bit like that with the egg. I'd have a little bit of ethyl or whatever it is that men produce, and just have that little squirt out every now and then. So I had a little bit of success occasionally, but but I've also seemed to have attracted good-looking men to be my friends because I think I make them look better. They have me next to them and they look better. They, even though they already look good to start with. And you see that with women as well. So, men do it, women do it. I never realised that I was the one. I was the I don't know what the right word is for it. Not troll. Yeah, maybe that would be an original. Yeah. The proper use of the word troll. Under the bridge. My name's Jason. Do you fancy going out sometime? Yeah, sure. Yeah, sounds great. Let me just go and get my telephone number for you. I left it in my helicopter. Help. So I remember I was out with this bloke, and it was one of these. I used to work in insurance. I've mentioned it a few times, and I forget his name now, but I sat next to him for ages and ages and ages, and he kept saying, "Let's go out for a drink." And I said, "No, I see you all day long. Why would I want to see you outside of work?" That was it wasn't just what I thought. I said it to him. That's in the days when I just sort of say what I used to just be honest. I said, "I'll see you all day long. I don't want to see you outside." And eventually, he found that funny. I think he thought I was joking. And eventually we ended up dating. No, eventually we did go out for a drink, and women were just almost as like he had this invisible lasso that he was just chucking at women, and just ridiculous, like seriously ridiculous. It's almost like I saw women with their boyfriends, and you could see that they just wanted to just leave their boyfriend and walk over and be with him. It was very weird. Very, very weird. I mean, he was astonishingly good looking. I mean, you can't deny it, but blimey, you'd think, wow. But he must have given off that stinky pheromone stuff, as well as how he looked, but he must have given off that as well, like as a double whammy. And it was just, honestly, what I saw sometimes was ridiculous. And there was this young, she was quite young, but I really liked her. She used to work in a chip shop, and hadn't seen her for about a year, but I used to say hello and talk to her. Right, I didn't hang around the chip shop talking to her. I used to say hello. She was very attractive, and I thought, I'm going to think of you later. And then I was in a nightclub with my friend, and she turned up. I was like, "You're right, yeah." She's like, "Okay." And I'm thinking, wow, this is an opportunity. Maybe I can get a chance to get to know her a little bit, and maybe have a drink, maybe have a little dance. I'm thinking this, and I hear her voice say, "Are you going to introduce me?" I said, "We've already met, mate. We've already met. Do you remember? I gave you that £1 tip 3 years ago. And I figure I want to cash that in. That £1 tip I gave you. I think it's..." She said, "What?" I said, "Nothing." She said, I said, "You can introduce me." I said, "To who?" "Your friend." I said, "No, fuck off." So that was it. That was that gone. And I didn't mean to swear then, sorry. But I did. I said, "No." I said, "I want you for myself. I'm not gonna... Do you feel I am his pimp? No. Go away." So yeah. "Introduce me to your friend." "Go away." "No. No, I'm not." I said, "No." It didn't stop her though. She just joined the queue of women waiting to meet him. It was a little bit like that. It's annoying. I mean, what was weird is the ladies, the females, were blatant as well. They were friends with each other, but they were still texting him. He used to show me the texts. Even though they were friends with each other. Even though one of them was actually dating him officially. Her friends would be texting him, trying to get him to come out with them. I said he'd show me the texts, they'd be begging him. Literally, it was like, I can't believe it. I've never seen anything like it. Literally begging him by text. "I'll do anything you want. Come out with me tonight." And all that stuff. Like, what? It sounds like lies. It sounds like something that like someone would say. Like, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, she said that. Yep. Of course you're gonna. Yep, yeah. Of course you're gonna turn that washing up liquid bottle into a rocket and travel to the moon, Johnny. Of course you are. That's a good boy. Yeah. Don't worry. Just let you know. Don't worry. No. That's okay. You can have the washing up liquid bottle. That's fine. You go to the moon. You can go there. When you get back, we're going to sort you out some new parents." Bye. Yeah, good, have fun. So yeah, it was amazing. I was like, wow. Eye-opening, that stuff. Because I've always been, didn't mean to be, but I always ended up being respectful towards women. I didn't want to be, but I don't know, I just ended up being that way. I don't believe in... I didn't want to sort of take advantage of anyone, really. I wanted to, but I just didn't. I didn't want to, but... You know, I would have... Not take advantage, but... Make the I think it's make the most of the situation, I think. Because there's take advantage and there's take advantage. If you take advantage of a situation... That's just being sensible and making the best of a moment. Is different from taking advantage of a person. It's a different... I suppose, I don't know. Maybe it's because I was looking for love. I was looking for the wrong thing. Or looking in the wrong places. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I was looking for diamonds in a slate mine. Let's use that as an analogy. Looking in the wrong place. Come on, sons, hurry up, get ready. We got a lovely day. We're going to go and watch some planes flying over for 5 hours in a field. Yeah. And if it rains, tough. Wait a minute, Dad. What? So, let me get this straight. We're going to go to a field in the middle of nowhere with thousands of other people in the car, and then we're going to go and sit on the grass and planes are going to go over us. Is that right? Yes, son, that's right. So basically, we're going to spend the day at the airport. Is that what you're saying? No, not at all. Well, there is some similarities, don't you think, possibly? Maybe a few similarities. Well, what's the differences then, Papa? Well, first of all, the planes that go to the airport are very new, well, pretty new and well conditioned, and they always land properly, and you know, they land safely all the time, and they're very safe. Let me backtrack you there, Daddykins. So you're telling me that the difference between us sitting in the field and sitting in an airport is that the planes going over us are not going to be safe or new. Yeah, but that's part of the fun. What's part of the fun? Da. Well, they're old planes. That's, you know, trying to see them do loop to loop and the engine cutting out, and they have to parachute out. And okay, let me just stop you there, Daddy. So they parachute out. That's good. They're safe. They're safe. Okay, that's good that they're safe. So what about the plane? What happens to the plane? I mean, does it land itself? Does it fly into space? Does it turn into a mushroom? What does the plane do, Daddy? Well, the plane's going to crash. Is it going to crash in the clouds? Is it going to float up? Or is that what's going to happen? No, it's going to crash into the ground. Into the ground. Okay. Let's continue down this line. Into the ground, yeah? Where are we going to be, Daddy? We're going to be on the ground. Oh, are you sure we're not going to be in the sky, in the clouds? Hey. Are you sure? You sure we're not going to be in the clouds? No, we're definitely going to be on the ground. Oh, I see. So, can you see where I'm going here, Daddy? Yeah, I can. So, what have you got to say about that then? Well, son, what I've got to say is this. I'm a very fast runner, much faster than you, or your two brothers, or your mum. Each man for themselves, and you're all fully insured. Good luck. Oh, lovely. So that's when, obviously, I started tying his shoelaces together. So it'd be there, all cocky, all I can get out of the way if the plane crashes. Little knowing that he wouldn't be able to because he'd be tripping up over his own feet. Evil Time Lord. That's me. The old little gremlin. See, I've covered most things today. That's good. So I'm going to go. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Remember to be kind to yourself. And if you can't be kind to yourself, then make yourself a lovely hot dog meal. A hot dog meal. Maybe some chips, fries, maybe some tomato ketchup. Maybe some baked beans. That'd be lovely. It'd be really, really glorious. I think I might be hungry. It's weird though. 6:16 in the morning. I don't know if I want to have anything to eat, to be fair. So anyway, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening. I did have another message, but it's too late because everyone's probably asleep. There'll be sunshine all around. Give me music, make me smile. With a blooming young. Make me smile. Okay then, my lovely, beautiful people. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read that message tomorrow. So have a great day. Remember to be kind to yourself because you do deserve to be happy. Do something really lovely for yourself today. Really wonderful. Something special. It doesn't have to cost money. Just be nice to you. Lots of love. Bye.